Hey everybody, welcome back to Carroll's Corner, brought to you by Flagship Cruises and Events. Coach, for the second week in a row, we're talking about a running back and a special running back, if you will, kid by the name of McClendon, Jahmon McClendon, going to San Diego State, at least verbally committed to.
So right away we got to like him.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
Go Aztecs. So I'm excited that they offered him. I'm excited that he wanted to be there because he is 6'2" and about 210 pounds. He's a very big junior, going to be a senior. He's going to wind up bigger and bigger. As you know, Aztec football is becoming tailback U. He's got a real chance to be the next guy. So let's start at this formation here. This is called an I formation. We've been seeing a lot of different types of formations. An I formation with a true fullback at about 3. And a typical I formation is about 7 yards from the ball. So he's about 7 yards, so we're looking for depth so that he can get vision, so that he can see where he wants to go and make his decision as he's moving downhill. Most of those zone plays, you move laterally and then you burst. These plays out of the I, you're running downhill to get as much momentum as you can.
Hammer and tong, if you will.
Yes, yes. So let's go ahead and start the play and pause. So what they've done here is they're running a traditional power G play, the G meaning the guard poles, but they do it a little bit different. They put both tackles on this side of the ball. So they overloaded their strength on this side of the ball, and they put their tight end down away where there's only 2 guys on that side. What was the advantage of doing that? They're going to use their tight end, a more athletic, quicker guy, to be the puller instead of the guard. So we're going to get the down blocks here. They're knocking guys off line of scrimmage. We're going to get the kick out of the fullback, and we're going to get a turn up here by that backside tight end pull. Give him the ball with as much depth as possible and let him do his magic, which is vision and athleticism. And now pause. So what happened is, you can't guarantee that the linemen are going to block a touchdown for you every time. When you draw it on the board, you can, but the backside tight end got knocked off. He got blown up in the wash. So there was nobody to put a hat on this linebacker. So as a running back, that's the first thing you got to do, is you got to make the first guy miss. He does it physically. He does it with his shoulder pads. He does it with his leg drive. He didn't make a move on him. He just beat him physically. And then he's going to go from there. So he took care of the one unblocked, and now he's got momentum, working to the sideline.
We'll see it again. Making the first guy miss is what the great ones do, right?
There you go. Right there. There's the hit. Drop the shoulder pad a little bit, and now it's a race.
Might have ran out of gas a little bit. That's closer to the goal line. You know, I'm betting all these are going to be running plays, because I don't know Ron Habamoto at Monte Vista if they have any pass plays in the repertoire.
You know what? Again, feed the beast. If you got a guy that's really good with the ball in his hands, you're a really good coach if you get the ball in his hands. Okay?
Well, we're about to see here, I think they run 50 times a game.
Yeah, and I wanted to show this because it's interesting. We're just looking at all these spread formations and everybody's spread in the field. Look at how close everybody is here. I think that's within 7 yards. So you got the center, the guard, the tackle, the tight end. The guard, the tackle, the tight end. You got 7 guys within 7 yards. They got a wing that's stacked right back here, and they got an up back, fullback right here. They're putting as many guys on the, this old double wing, single wing, double wing stuff. So he's going to hand the ball off, and it's going to be that same thing. It's going to be blocking angles with poles. So we're going to get out blocks. We're going to get down blocks. We're going to get a pull out of the guard to turn up for the first backer in the box, and they're going to use the tight end again for the second backer, and it's give the athlete the ball. Let's see how they do it.
It's a real throwback, these tight splits,
throwback.
Right?
And now, look at this. So we got great angles. They create the wall right here. He should be, as he turns up, looking for the first backer, turn back for the second backer. They got the double team by the up back right here, creating the hole. Now, his job is, these guys have done his job for him. So now it's you got to score on this. Right. So go through and make the first guy miss. He didn't even have to. He uses a nice little stiff arm. He's going to use another nice little stiff arm, protecting the ball with the sideline. That's just a well-designed play, and it's a totally different offense. You don't see that.
You don't see a lot of this anymore.
You don't.
You used to see it all the time.
You used to see it all the time.
All right, so touchdown there. I'm guessing we're going to see a third running play, kind of almost the same type deal, if I'm going to the right spot here. Coach?
Yeah, so again, goal for zone teams is not a zone read, but for zone teams is hat on hat. So hat on hat means a body on a body. And they usually work in pairs of two. One of them comes off depending on the leverage of the defender, and he's going to work on his way up to the second level. So we got hats on hats, going to hand the ball off. This is not a zone read. He's turned his back to the defense. He's got his helmet pointing backwards. This is run all the way. All right, so let's go ahead and see what happens here. I love this play because it's instinctive, and get ready to pause and pause. That's not planned. That's a hurdle. Okay, that's not planned. The first defender is a safety that gets to him, that drops his shoulder pads and puts his head down. Well, he should never do that for protection, but he didn't know he was going to do that. He instinctively hurdles the ankle biter. The next one is going to attack him at the thigh pad and try and wrap and roll. Smarter way to hit him. Let's see how he handles that. Lower your center of gravity. Drop your shoulder pad, absorb the hit with the hip, and then drive your legs again. So here he's going to do that, and then bam, there's going to be a third guy coming right at him. Instinctively spin off. Shoulder pads towards the goal line. When we see it again, 3 instinctive moves, no thought process.
This is all just happening.
Well, he's probably practiced every one of these moves a million times, but they're instinctively, that's instinctive. That's instinctive. And then it's headed towards the goal line.
Rocky, you're getting a good one. Jahmon McClendon from Monte Vista. That's it for this week's Carroll's Corner. We'll see you next week.